In this video, I will be doing a review on a MIDI controller, which is the Synido TempoPad P16. This device is different than the audio interfaces that I have been reviewing, like the live sound cards that you can see behind me. So this is something that you can produce your own music, which I believe you can use them as your background music on your different videos and for other purposes as well. You can connect this device to your phone, tablets, iPads, and other devices. Also, this is compatible with Mac and Windows. This is also compatible with audio softwares such as Cubase, Studio One, Adobe Audition, Pro Tools, and Logic Pro X. The software or DAW that I will be using in this video is the Ableton Live. Without further ado, let's get started. By the way, thanks to Synido for sending me this MIDI controller. When you get this Synido TempoPad P16 MIDI controller, this is pretty much what you will get. You'll get the controller, the manual. This is 1/8" TS to 5-pin female converter. So it looks like that, and a certificate of conformity, and you will get one of these. So this is USB type A to USB type C. You can use this one to connect to your phone or other devices, or to iPad, tablet, and to this laptop. The connections is very simple. So as you can see, we only have one cable over here, USB type A to USB type C. USB type C will connect it to here, to the one that says USB type C, and then the other end, USB type A, we will connect to the USB port of this laptop. There you go, we're all set. Now, if in case you wanted to connect this one to a phone, a tablet, iPad, or other devices, connect also another USB type C to USB type A, because most likely the power is not enough. So you will need to connect another USB type A to C from here, the DC 5V to a power source. And this is just the lock hole. As you can see, the Ableton Live here is already opened. So I'm gonna turn on now this controller. Here you go. And from here, let's go to Options and then Preferences. So as you can see over here, if you open or tap audio, so input, that is if you are going to record maybe your vocals, then you can connect audio interface you have. And since we will not be recording vocals, so we'll not be connecting audio interface in there. And the speaker that I will be using is the built-in speaker of this laptop. Now, as you can see over here, my output buffer size is just set automatically once I connected this one to 4096. I believe if you have a better computer, you can lower that one. I'll try to lower this one to 3000. So if you have a better computer, the lower output buffer size, the better, so your latency is not that much. Okay, so from here, let's open the link Tempo MIDI. So let's just make sure that Synido, so over here, the Synido port 16 is on here, as well as the out. Okay, now we're all set. So let's get out from here. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not yet a pro on this MIDI controller. In fact, this is my first time having this kind of device. So I might say an incorrect terminologies, or maybe this is something wrong that I do. I would appreciate if you make a comment under the description below, because I want to learn too. Let me show you first the pads over here. So this pads here, so you have 16 pads over here. These are the pads you have to tap and make a note. And you have the 4 knobs over here, and this knobs comes in 3 groups, and you can open that by pressing this one here. So it'll tell you, so this is one group, and this is another group, and this is another group. So you have 3 groups in there to set your parameters. And Pad Bank also comes in 3 groups. So if you tap that, that's another group, and this one and this one. And then the velocity over here, velocity is how you press the pads over here. Let's say, for example, so this is the white color there indicate, or the white light there indicate fixed velocity. So that means even if you tap this hard, the audio output will still be the same. Now, if you set it to the next one, the blue light, so that is if you don't tap much, so maybe soft tap only, then that is going to be your audio output. Now, if you set it to green, green is the regular one most of the musicians are using. And now if you tap the last one, so this, the red light indicates if you tap harder, so something like that. So if you tap like that, so what it is the harder you press, then the higher velocity is your audio output. So you have two modes in pressing the pads over here. If the light here is red, that is a key mode. And if the light is green, that is user-defined mode. So that is, it depends on your settings. And once it's green, your bank here is enable. So let's say you set your whatever settings you made in here. So this pad bank works as well as the knob bank works. Now over here, this is to transport a command. I don't know yet much about this one. And the knobs over here, maybe once I figure them out, I'll be making another video on that. TempoPad works if the note repeat is turned on. For me, as new to this MIDI controller, I find that the information is overwhelming, because aside from knowing the functions of the MIDI controller, you have to learn also even the basics of the software or audio software like Ableton Live. Okay, so now let me show you what I have learned so far. And again, if there is something wrong that I am doing, I would appreciate if you make a comment under the description below. Okay, so now from here, first what we will do, so as you notice, once you open Ableton Live, you'll have this four automatic sets of tracks over here. So now let's go to Instrument, and then from here let's go to Instrument Rack, and let's go to, maybe let's try, you can try any of here. Now let's go to Synth keys. Maybe let's select one from here, maybe this one. Okay, and then let's hit spacebar to stop it. Let's say we're going to be selecting one from here. Okay, let's say we're going to be selecting that. So we'll drag one from here to this MIDI track. Okay, so this is now our synth keys. Now, if you are going to be dragging this one to add it or drop it to the audio, it's not going to work like that. So only it works to the MIDI track from here. So now, as you notice, I had dropped this one here to the first track for MIDI. Now, if I'm going to press this one, we should be creating sounds this time. There you go. So again, unfortunately, I'm not good at this one. As I mentioned, I do not play keyboard, guitar, drums, and other instruments. So again, I'm just showing you how it creates sounds. Okay, so now, as you notice, this is in green light, so that is a user-defined mode. So there you go, if I'm going to do that. And now if I'm going to change this mode to red or key mode, there you go. So it gives us another option there. So now this will give us a different tone. So, okay, let me show you. There you go. And now from here, so your pad 1 to 13, those are the pads that when you press, it gives you a note. Now to increase the octave, you can select the 16, pad 16, and then to lower it, you select the pad 15. Okay, let me show you how it works. And then if I'm going to tap pad 15, So as you notice, octave is lower. And again, let's tap that. And then pad 16 to select a higher octave. And then press it again. Okay. And then let's press one more. There you go. So as you keep pressing the pad 16, the octave gets higher. And then again, to lower it, just press the 15. There you go. So in this case, as I mentioned earlier, pad banks are disabled. So if we go back to the user-defined mode, and from here, as you notice, when the mode light is green, so this is user-defined mode, the pads here are not lit up. If you want the light here to be turned on so you can see, then you just hold and press the mode, and this will lit up all the pads. There you go. So same audio output or notes. So again, with the velocity, if you want to tap, this one is fixed, so it's not as loud. Even if you tap harder, it's not going to make it any louder. Now, if I'm going to select blue, so if I'm going to tap harder, so it's still the same. So just a soft touch or soft tap. And if I'm going to select the green, and then lastly the red one, so it's not as loud, so you have to tap louder. So this is for those who plays harder or tap harder, then you can select the red one. Maybe I'll just select the green one. Okay, so maybe let's turn this off and let's go back to key mode. Okay, and now let's try to add maybe drums. So now this time let's select the drums, and let's select one from here. Okay, maybe let's select this one. Okay, I'm going to drag this one to the next track. Okay, there you go. Now it gives us, this is the preset. So this one here is the presets instrument sounds. Okay, so if we're going to tap over here, okay, so as you notice over here, as I tap the lower pads, it gives us this one here. So tambourine, and this one, and this one, and this one. Now, if you want, so because as you notice, as I tap the next one here, there's no instrument sounds. As you can see, as I tap this middle portion over here, yellow light here, so that one over there is out of this white area. So what we will do is we'll tap pad 15, and then let's tap this one again. There you go. So it's now inside. So now from here, as you tap pad 15, you can now use all these options over here. So let's say kick, and then this one, and then snare, and then this one. So you can, it has now all of this presets instrument sounds. You can actually drop any keys or any options over here, or any tones you want to use or effects. You can drop them over here for you to be able to maybe create music. So one track if you want. Okay, so maybe let's do a sample on that. Okay, so what I will do, maybe I'll go back to instrument, and then from here I'll go to synth rhythmic, and I'll select, okay, I'm just going to replace this one here. Maybe I'm going to select, I can select that. So you can select any from here. Okay, we can use this one. Let me replace first my MIDI track 1 over there with this. Okay. To stop that, you can simply tap space bar and it will stop. Okay, let's go back to here. Okay, so let's drag this one maybe to here. And then if you want to do the same thing, you can drag it maybe to here. And then maybe let's move this one to here. There you go. So you can do that also if you would like. So now this one here is not going to be the drums anymore. So this will sound like that. There you go. And then this one too. Okay. But the rest has to be whatever it says here. So this is going to be the hi-hat, and this is the snare, and this one, but not this one. There you go. Okay, so there you go. It's pretty exciting because again, this is my first time having this one. At first it's so hard. Again, informations are overwhelming. Even up to now, I believe I have to learn a lot before I will be able to make a good music. Now let's add some sounds to here. Maybe let's select effect. Let's try this one. Maybe let's use that. So what I will do, I'm going to drag this one maybe to here, to the one for the hi-hat. Okay, so this time over here, it's not going to be hi-hat anymore. Instead, it will sound like that. There you go. And again, this one is the one we added earlier, and it's not drums or part of drum kit anymore because we added this one here, and this one will still remains the same, and this one is different. To record. And now let me give you a short recording. Again, I'm not a pro on this one, so I'm just going to show you how to record. So make sure this one is ARM. I will be using MIDI number 2 with the Atom kit because I will be using these options over here, the ones that I have selected. Okay, so let's tap this one, and to stop, again, you press that or space bar. Okay, let's start the recording. Okay, there you go. I'm going to stop it. There you go. And now to listen to what you have recorded, just simply press play over there. And again, to stop it, you can press this one again, or you can press that. So again, if you play it, and then if you want to stop it, press this one here, and it will stop. If you want to record notes from MIDI number 1, make sure to arm that one, so something like that. And then, so this is going to be the audio for that. And then if you want to, let's say, just record this portion over here, so same, tap that and then start tapping over here. Okay, and then stop. Okay, now to play that. Okay, and then to stop, because it will keep repeating unless, so it will keep repeating until you stop it. So to stop is just a space bar or this one over here. And then if you want to play all together, so it's very simple also. So press that and press this one. There you go. And to stop everything, just tap or press the space bar. It will stop everything. And now whatever you recorded over here, if you want to convert that into an MP3 file or or for you to be able to play it on your maybe phone or wherever. So what you will do is simply go to File, and from here go to Export Audio, and then Export. So we're just going to put a title on it. We're just going to, or maybe let's put a title, Test, and then I'm going to save it to download, and then save. Okay, and from here, let's go to Downloads. So it's going to be right there, and this one here. And if we're going to play this one, okay, there you go. So it's a mixed up because I included the other one. So from here, let's say for example, I'm going to save just MIDI number 2. So this one here. So I'm going to arm that like that. And then I'm going to go File again and Export Audio, and then Export. And then I'm going to name this as Test number 2, or Test 2. There you go. Okay, and let's go back to the download folder. Oops. Okay, so let's test. Okay, this is Test 2. There you go. So as you notice, it only saves the track MIDI 2. Okay, there you go. That's how to create music or sounds. And that is all I can share for today. I know there are a lot more to explore. Even learning the audio software or this Ableton Live alone is overwhelming. Plus, connecting a MIDI controller is more, especially for me who is new to this MIDI controller. Is really overwhelming. Anyway, I hope this video at least help you set up, especially to the new ones like me, to create sounds. I hope it helps you how to record and set up, select those different sounds over there. Anyway, thanks again guys for watching. If you like this type of video, please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of video, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you're always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.